Alcohol impacts everyone. Whether you choose to drink or not, your experience can be in some way influenced by alcohol. It could be a drunk person passing through your path, or it could be you being out for drinks with friends. So it's really important that you keep some things in mind. One of the things that is most important for us is that you remember that as Stanford students, you are always bound by the honor code, the fundamental standard, and the student alcohol policy. So whether you're traveling abroad, whether you're going to be staying in the country, you are always representing Stanford University. So we want to make sure that you have some messages on how to stay safe and how to help your friends around alcohol. One of the great ways that we like to recommend is just to pace yourself. Set a limit before you go out and have an idea of how much you're going to have to drink, and talk to your friends about it. Let them know, I want to have this much, or I'm not going to drink tonight, and so that they can hold you accountable for that. If you do choose to drink alcohol, and many of you won't, alternate between alcoholic drinks and non-alcoholic drinks, and always make sure that you're eating. That's going to be very, very important. You'll also find our really great iPhone app called Cheers that's available at the App Store that can help you monitor how much you're drinking on a drinking night. And always look out for your friends. You might see someone who has had a bit to drink and it's getting to that point where it's a bit too much. Very important that that's the time that you're not afraid to say something. Just let them know, hey, you've probably had a little bit too much to drink. It's time to settle down a little bit. Let's all have a great night and continue to have fun. Also, keep in mind, you might be of legal drinking age in the country that you're traveling to. You're going to be able to express yourself in different ways than you might in the United States. So that can be a lot of fun, but it also gives you an elevated level of responsibility. So we want to make sure that you're taking that seriously and that you know that we're here to help you in any way that we can. You might think about choosing drinks that aren't alcoholic. We talk about ENABs all the time, equally attractive non-alcoholic beverages. You can alternate between alcoholic drinks and ENABs. These kinds of things get messy, and we love that. You can just go ahead and pull together a really cool recipe that's an ENAB that you like.
I love that sound.
If you're looking for some really cool recipes, you can check out our website. That is fantastic because we have great ENABs that you might really be interested in. A lot of people think that you can just go ahead and chug hard liquor or wine out of a red cup the same way someone might do with beer. It's not going to work out, and that could lead to some serious consequences. The stomach starts off about this size, and we're going to pour some beer into it from our handy dandy keg. Pretty big guy, right? 10 beers is about a gallon of fluid sitting inside your stomach. Now, that's just hard to do. People who drink in the social zone generally prefer beer or wine, and that's because it's a lot of fluid that's mixed in with that hard alcohol that causes you to slow down. Now we want to look at what that would look like if you had the equivalent amount of hard alcohol in your system. So we're going to do it again, but this time with shots, and compare the difference. 10 shots, that's only 15 ounces. That fits very easily into a red cup. You throw a little bit of juice in here and you wouldn't even know that you had had this much alcohol. Getting 10 shots down takes absolutely no time. However, because it's so much alcohol, you'll hit the negative consequences so much easier than you would have with the beer. Another thing to keep in mind is tolerance. So tolerance is that big badge of honor that everybody says, oh, I have to build, I have to build. Unfortunately, tolerance is mostly mental. So your brain might not be experiencing the effects of alcohol, but there is actually a line at which your body is trying really hard to process alcohol, but really can't, and will get to that place where it shuts down. So while traveling abroad, should a student have some sort of alcohol incident, you might get an email from us asking for a time to meet. Most likely that will be over Skype, and that way we have a face-to-face interaction.
Definitely danced on some tables and was knocking things over.
Okay, sounds like you had a pretty rough night.
Yeah, I did.
So, let me ask you, do you remember how much you had to drink that night?
One of the best things about this campus is that we are a community that supports one another. We love to make sure that our peers are well taken care of, and that's something that For our office, we love to encourage amongst our students. So a great way to do that as far as alcohol is concerned is to just pay attention. You know, if you see one of your friends or someone on your program who has had a little bit too much, don't be afraid to just go in and check in with them. Ask them how they're doing. See if maybe they want some water, maybe they want something to eat. This is all about having fun and staying safe. And basically the way to do that is just by keeping it classy. That's our mantra, that's our motto. We always want you to just stay classy and do what you feel represents a Stanford student. So have a great time. We look forward to seeing you when you get back. Thank you all so much. We'll see you soon.